video here to cover when you're buying one of our like sort of forklift systems and what you actually might need. So depending what you want to use this sort of actual system for, majority of things are like people are either after a camera to actually put on the twines and a screen so they can see where the actual forks are going, or the other system is something like a pedestrian safety system. Now you can run like both of those as well. So I'll just cover through what you need in our system. So first thing you need is a monitor. So we've got a few different types of these, but basically they are it's like a wireless sort of monitor. They just need to be connected to a power source, 12 to 38 volt. Normally, if you're above 38 volt, you might need to just look at getting a drop-down box. We can sort that out for you. But that is basically going to go in your sort of forklift and your screen, and that is going to be sort of where you view the cameras. And these can take up to sort of 4 cameras coming in, wireless, waterproof, a couple of different mounting options come in the box. So that's going to be in the forklift with power going to it and the antenna on the back here. So that is where you're going to be like seeing the footage. Pretty much everything that we sell is 1080p HD quality, which means it's high def, good stuff. Then on the actual forklift, now you will need some cameras. Now these are just wireless cameras, can be mounted on the front and back. These are AI smarts, or actually if you buy now an AI system, actually the actual monitor, so they'll pick up pedestrians and vehicles and beep and they'll warn you. So you're going to need however many of these cameras you want to run. So majority of people might be running 2, one forward, one back on the roof of the forklift or like somewhere, depending where you want to put them, up to you. But these are basically your viewing like cameras, so you could have them facing backwards for when you're backing out, and it will warn you if there's a pedestrian or vehicle in the way. Again, these need a power source. Again, 12 to 38 volt. We would normally probably, if you're going to have this on the top of the forklift at the back, you'd probably jump into the power from the screen to power this camera as well. They draw under an amp. Under 1 amp, so you'd be okay taking power off that same power source. And if there's also one on the front there, you could have that camera on there as well. So those are your sort of 2 cameras for that sort of type thing. Now I don't have it here, but we also have external sort of siren. Now, so this is for our AI pedestrian or vehicle detection cameras. It's just an external sort of siren that's got a flashing light on it, and it would just pretty much repeat the monitor sort of sound. So the monitor's going to beep and tell you someone's there as well, but this is going to give you an external sort of loud beep and flashing light. It's about the size of like this, and it only needs a power source as well. It's actually wireless to the monitor. So that will give you your actual sort of warning. Then you get into your cameras for your twines. So this has a magnet on here, so that can go into the inside of your twines. We have other versions with a laser or no laser. That's just pretty much giving you like a vertical line, horizontal line, that sort of, so you know exactly where the forks are going. Depending your operations, the magnets on these are pretty good. If you're actually lifting different stuff and you think it could get banged, or you have tried it and it's moved all the time, we can supply yourself a big piece of heat shrink, so a couple of zip ties. You can use steel or plastic, doesn't matter. And then we actually put a big piece of heat shrink over the whole twine and heat that up, and that detects it and holds it in place, because you're not allowed to modify the twine in any way. So that goes on the inside of the twine. And then this is wireless, but it does need a power source. So that is when these batteries come in. So this is again a magnet battery, and normally it will go up on that bit behind the twine, and the camera is down on the twine, and these two are connected together. These are the sort of one thing you'll need to have. So normally you buy 2 of these, because you have one on charge and one on the forklift, and you swap them over when they get flat. They do have an on and off button here. People don't remember to use it, so it's fine. It just depends how much using the forklift, whatnot. But if you always have one on charge, it's fine. You can swap them out, and this will power one of these cameras for about 12 hours of operation, so you get a fair whack out of it. You can also use these to power the other cameras if you didn't want to run a power source, or if you're putting these a bit further away because your forklifts are bigger. So that is a very easy way to power them. You could also use them to actually power the screen if you really didn't want hardwire or anything. But that's basically it. So when you're choosing a forklift a kit, you want to grab a monitor. So normally it's 7 or 10 inch. Up to you what size you want to choose. 10 gives you a really good view. Handy if you want to run 2 cameras and split screen. Again, up to you how you want to do it. The monitor also has trigger wires coming off it, so you can actually put 12 volt to those different wires to change the screen at different times. Otherwise, You can be in split screen or like quad view like mode, or you'd have to manually change the camera view on the actual like monitor. So you can work it out how you want to work it out. We can give you some advice if you tell us what you're doing. Yes, you need screens, so like 7 or 10 inch, grab one of them. Is that going to be powered off the forklift? If so, cool. That's pretty much like covers that. You're going to need some like cameras. If you're getting a twine camera, that's probably going to be battery powered. Pretty much has to be because it has to go up and down. So you need a twine camera and at least one like battery. We do recommend 2. Then you've got to charge, swap them out. And then if you are using these other like normal cameras, and that is about it. If you have any more questions, just reach out to us. I was just trying to explain it a bit there because it can be a bit confusing with all the things we have. Cheers.